What's up guys, and welcome to the very first episode of my brand new career mode for FC24. It's a La Liga career mode where we'll be starting off with a team that right now might well set a record for worst team in La Liga history. That's right, it's UD Almeria who are bottom of La Liga right now and winless in their first 23 games with a chance to set new unwanted records of fewest points in a La Liga season. So far the record is 13. Fewest wins in a season. So far the record is 2. Almeria have 0 with 15 games to go, and most losses in our La Liga season. So far, they got 17, and the record is 29. To put it plainly, this is the worst team in the top 5 European leagues right now, and the worst team in La Liga. What a perfect team to choose. Yeah, to put it plainly, this is just straight up not a good team. And again, only 6 points in their first 23 games tells the full story. So far, not a single win in La Liga, though funny enough, they were actually very close to beating Real Madrid this year, and they seemed like they were going to do so as well until the very dying moments of the game. But yeah, still searching for their first win, might become the first top flight team in La Liga history to go winless as well. But despite that, it does have some decent young talent, including Mark Pubil at right back, who shows great potential. They've got Arribas, who came in from Real Madrid at the start of the season, Lazaro on the wing as well. A couple of decent young players that are loaned into, including, as you'll see in a moment's time, Luca Romero, who is just an absolutely fantastic young Argentine talent, currently right now on loan from AC Milan. So there is some young talent here, but for the most part, it's a team where, I mean, you can see why they're winless right now. There's not much quality to it, and it does need a major change, no doubt about that. If we're going to make some progression with the team, then yeah, for sure, we need to invest in some good young talent to join the young players that are here already, and start to rebuild this team really from the ground up. Almeria's budget, just 14 mil, if not even that, 13.5 mil with wage budget alterations. You're probably looking at around 12.5 mil. So there's not much money to work with either, which of course adds to the challenge of using this team. You know, if you're a new viewer to the channel, and firstly, hi, welcome, my name's Jonah. Been doing FIFA and now FC videos on YouTube for, God, over 12, nearly 13 years now. And on my channel with our career modes, we tend to invest quite heavily in the youth scouting and youth players as well. And this year will be no different. So right from the get-go, the money we've got, I'm going to be looking to bring in some really good youth talent. So I'm going to hire a 5-star judgment scout right from the get-go. So another one, yes, there he is, perfect. Baumgartner, a 5-star, exactly what we're looking for here. And that's where we're going to be looking for most of our talent in the first season. So definitely, as always, looking for those homegrown talents in Spain, that's for sure. Want some good Andalusia talents from the south of Spain. And as for the other 2 scouts, I was thinking we could send one to Saudi Arabia, and this is because Almeria have a Saudi Arabian owner. So I thought that would be a nice, cool fit there, trying to bring through some good Saudi Arabian talent to develop with the club's ownership being Saudi Arabian. So we're going to send one to Saudi Arabia as well. And as for the other scout, I'm not too sure. We'll see, you know, Almeria from Andalusia, so it's the southern region of Spain, which means that we could possibly scout Portugal, neighbouring country, bordering country to the west, or we could scout the northern region of Africa, sorry. So you're looking at Morocco, Algeria, and possibly Egypt as well. I also just saw yesterday Ivory Coast winning the AFCON against Nigeria, so I wouldn't mind an African team to scout. And would that be in the case? Maybe Algeria. Algeria actually in the AFCON, I thought they'd do quite well. They finished bottom of their group, so maybe we could try and find some new Riyad Mahrezes, if you will, from Algeria. And based on geographical proximity, this country makes sense as well. So we'll do Algeria, Saudi Arabia, and Spain for our first season. But of course, unfortunately, would that be in the case? Sending our 3 scouts out, we've already basically halved our budget. In fact, we've even more than halved our budget with the youth scouting there. But I think it will prove to be a solid investment because we know that youth scouting does tend to wield us the superstars for our RTGs as the years go by. Your Joel Cox, your Gabriel Longs, your Ken Unans, your Tattoo Olivers. So we'll see what we can pick up there. So yeah, for the team, in terms of new signs, again, very little money to work with now. We'll probably be looking at, in fact, I don't actually want to bring players in on loan because we've already got loads of players in on loan here, such as Luis Maximiano between the sticks as well. I think personally we should really say in the first season, let's focus primarily on the youth here. I mean, there are a few players that are in their 30s, there are a few players that are approaching 30s. To me, I'm going to look to sell them in the first season, or if not, then just have them as squad players for the most part. I want to prioritise youth in our very first season and get the young talent as many minutes as possible. And obviously, there's very few players we can sell here to raise a profit. Diego Marino's just come in, so I have this rule when I join a team in the first season. If a player's literally just joining that summer, I'm not going to sell, so I won't sell him. Fernando Ho's been here for 7 years now, and whilst he's the highest rated goalkeeper, we're going to start Luis Maximiano from Lazio this year. Actually used him before in the Granada career mode, and he was pretty solid as well. But that's about it. You know, there's very few players that we can sell to raise any kind of money. But again, it adds to the challenge, which I really like. So there's not a lot of players here that we're going to be able to get much cash from. So yeah. I mean, I'll certainly do my best to raise a little bit of money, but there's not much that can come in. So just negotiate a few bids for Mbarba, Baptistao, and Fernando. Again, these are decent players in the mid to high 70s, but again, they're all in their 30s, and so what we want to do is make sure we do prioritise those younger players. The senior players, even with their ability, are definitely available to be sold. Bid here from Mallorca for Malero, even though he's 29. I'm okay accepting that bid right off the bat, actually. Although we turned down this bid for Milovanovic. I actually quite like the look of this young striker, I must say. 19-year-old Serbian. I don't know about the potential, but high 60 overall, again, a teenager, and he's 6'5". So this guy, very, very tall and a different option. Probably not going to play this year, though. So what I will do is add him to the loan list and try and get him some first-team football elsewhere. I quite like, look at this guy, 79 strength, 76 jumping, 76 shot power, 72 finishing. He could be a pretty solid wild card from the reserves here. So there we go, first two sales. Again, first team quality, but we're looking for those younger players, and therefore the seniors are available to leave. Mbarba going to Fiorentina for 6.5 mil, and Leo Baptistao off to the Premier League to join Fulham for 5.5 mil. So an easy 12 mil raise there. Of course, the board do skim a bit off the top, so it's more likely to be around 9.5 mil coming in. But it does raise our budget to just over 18 mil, so more than we started with, even after bringing in those youth scouts and sending them out on missions as well. So we've got another bid as well for Malero. I don't know what you guys are saying with me, but like I like to sell players first before I think about bringing players in. Get my own house in order before I think about adding new pieces of furniture. So Gonzalo Malero going to accept our bid there. And I think these are the last two players I need to sell. So once they've gone, we won't raise as much money as we did for Baptistao and Mbarba. Once we get the money, we'll look at bringing in some new talents. Fernando, next man to leave them. Right, so our budget now, what is it now? £23 million? Yeah, £23 million on the back of that sale there. Which is good, really, really good. A lot more than we had when we first came in due to those 4 sales there of 17.25 mil. I don't really know where we should look at reinvesting though. I really don't. I mean, again, we want to play those younger players. But of course, right now you said the weakest spots are at fullback. Frustratingly though, these are two really good young fullbacks from Spain, Alex Centelles and Pubil as well. I could maybe move into centre half at 6'3", but I guess probably not with Montes and Edgar, both good, and also Chumi's a good young talent as well. God, this is tough. We've got the money, but I don't know who to bring in. Once again, any transfer targets, guys, do let me know, because we're about to make our final sale in a moment, and then we'll look to reinvest. This guy is definitely off limits though. Ramazani, young Belgian talent. I see this guy having a bright future here. And he's the loan offer for Milovanovic, but it comes from Getafe, where I don't think he's going to start. I mean, he's got Mason Greenwood to compete with there as well, of course. I'm going to turn that one down. I'm going to try and get into a Segunda Division side if I can. I know it's not overly important, but it is something I quite like to do. And I think we've just seen another sale as well. Yeah, there we go. That's the last one then. So Malero leaves. Again, don't raise that much money for him, but it is going to take our budget over £25 million now. So plenty of money to work with. And again, this is where I'll need your help, guys. Transfer targets, where to reinvest that money. Do let me know in the comment section down below. So I've got a few Segunda Division talents here, all of which in their early 20s, and all of which good enough to play a part in our Almeria team. Right now, 2 Zaragoza players I'm quite keen on. Franco Serrano, a young CM, and Francis, a good young centre-half. I might let this deal go to Brighton though. Brighton obviously a far bigger club than us right now in Europe as well. They like their young players, so that being the case, for realism, I'm going to let him go there. But I think Nico Melamed will be a great option. 74 rated, 22 years old, CAM. With the stats he's got, can definitely play on the wing as well. LM is a secondary position. And the interesting thing about this is that Nico Melamed is out of contract coming the end of the season with Espanyol. Some of the fans starting to turn on him a little bit as a good young prospect that might end up leaving them for free and not giving them a return. So in this timeline, I'm going to say, well, he's going to leave, but not on a free transfer, which means they'll get something back for him. Out of contract coming the end of the season, means we can get him for a round valuation. Let's bring him in and make him our first signing. Yep, should be able to get him for under market valuation, so a bargain buy from Espanyol. Not sure if I've used him before, I might have done. But yeah, we'll remove that sell-on clause there. Just put a bid in again, 6.5 mil, and there we go, 6.5 mil for Nico Melamed, our first signing of Almeria. And this is what we're looking for: talents from the second tier that can still play a role in the first team and be developed for the future. Yep, a graduate of the Espanyol Academy, but some fans starting to grow a bit restless over his indecisiveness as to whether he'll sign a new contract or leave the club on a free transfer. And he's just 22 years old, signing on a 5-year deal, 20 grand a week. Our first signing of the save. Pretty pleased with this one here. Welcome to Bauhaus Stadium, Nico Melamed. Yeah, looking at the stats here, again, 74 rated. He's got a bit of pace about him, so no reason why he can't play on the wings. And with the agility being 85 and balance 85 as well, crucial on an inside forward with 77 dribbling, 77 ball control. CAM might be his primary position, but to me, I definitely see this guy starting on that left-hand side. I definitely see converting him to LM being the future of this guy right here. I think to begin with, we'll get the defensive work rate up to high, because... Oh, I can't do that yet. Oh, okay, so maybe I will convert him to LW then. But yeah, whether he starts through the middle or on the wings, I think we're going to get a lot out of this guy, especially again with the balance and the agility being so high. As an LW inside forward, I think he looks perfect. So our budget now down to just shy of 19 million on the back of that signing there. Again, I think I'm going to let that Francis deal go through to Brighton. It's a shame as well, because I really like the idea of this coming in. This guy coming in and throwing straight in the first 11 as well. 5'11", but 85 jumping makes up for that. That's such a shame. If that Brighton deal falls through, I know who I'm getting next. Wouldn't mind Monchu, but I'm pretty sure I had him in my Granada career mode, so I might bring him in anyway, but we'll see. And that Serrano deal looks like it's going to go through as well to Vittoria. Might sign him before he loses to Portugal instead. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let's get towards that first game against Rayo Vallecano as well. But before that, we got our first free scouting update. So let's see who we've got from our first batch of scouting. We're from Spain. We might have a decent young goalkeeper here, Iñaki Caballero. But for now, we'll continue the scouting. From Saudi Arabia, this teenage talent could be alright. Again, we'll continue the scouting just for now. And from Algeria, a couple of players that could be alright. Abdallah Hassan and Mahmoud Ahmed, who does have the highest overall out of all the players we've scouted so far. But again, we'll continue the scouting just for now, just in case those ranges drop. So did that Francis deal go through? I bet it did, because he's the one I really wanted out of all the guys on the list. Yeah, there we go. It's a shame that. So he and Serrano have actually both now just moved on from Real Zaragoza. That's a real shame, because this guy was going to be my primary target for the summer window. Sadly, the Zerbi beat me to him. So another bid for Ramazani, obviously again going to turn this one down despite the signing of Melamed. There is a bid for Pozo. I wouldn't be against selling him, to be fair. 24 years old, 71 rated, and again we want to start Pew Bill primarily. But as a backup right back, I don't see this guy being a bad option. So I'm going to turn that one down as well. And I think we'll play the first game of the season against Rayo Vallecano. See how we get on, see if we can get our first win. And then we'll load it. Okay, that's better. Milovanovic this time winning. Maybe not from a second division side, but I don't mind loaning him there to the Eredivisie. And another loan offer from a side outside of Spain. But I'm totally fine with that, because he's more likely to start there than at Valencia, for example. And a loan offer for Rashad as well, young Moroccan striker. Also okay loaning him out, because he needs to gain time as well. Melamed can now become a left wing too, which means that, is he going to? Yes, he does indeed grow 1 rating 2. I can now get our defensive work rate from medium to high. If you're new viewers to the channel, basically, for me, and any chance I've got to get a player's defensive work rate up to high, I'm going to take it. I'm all about players that put in the effort on defense. That's very important to me. Right, let's play the first game of the season and try and do what Almeria haven't done all season long in real life, and that's get a win in the league. First game of the campaign is Rayo Vallecano, the Madrid side at the Power Horse Stadium. Vamos Almeria. So for those who are new to the channel, I play on ultimate difficulty and the sliders are all 50, untouched on default apart from user frequency for injure being 75. Oh, what a block. And severity being 53. I always recommend upping those injury sliders. You got more realism, more of a challenge, and more immersion as well. What a block that was. Still goalless, but I've really struggled in the early stages. This isn't the worst team in La Liga for no reason, man. There's very little quality here, and at the moment, I'm really struggling to get a foothold right now. Can't even get the ball. It's going to take some time to get used to this team, no doubt about it. New set of players, new squad. But normally, even if I do take a while to get to grips with the team, there's normally like one or two positive things happening in this first game of the season with this Almeria side. I have had nothing, no joy at all. I'm getting toyed with by the visitors for the most part. And it's only a matter of time before they break the deadlock here. Radamel Falcao steps inside. Bebe, there it is. Once of Manchester United, getting the ball from another player. Once of Manchester United, Falcao. Vallecano in front. This is the worst team in the league, and the worst team in the league for a reason. Centelles to Melamed. Oh my goodness. You know, for new viewers out there, I normally like to end my episodes off on a victory. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that in this one here, because we might be here for at least 2 hours. This is... Hold on. Oh, wonderful build-up. Wonderful build-up. Oh, and I couldn't turn away with Lazaro. That's the only bright thing that's happened in the entire game. Nice build up there. Just couldn't find that through ball for our what would have been our only shot of the game. Okay, so this has been confirmed. Almeria, the worst team right now in the top 5 European leagues. We got a long way to go with this side. That was exactly what I was expecting. A very, very tough beginning with the weakest team in the Spanish top tier. Right, let's do one more. We'll end on this. Real Madrid at home, who Almeria shockingly were 2-0 up against at the Bernabeu earlier this season, only to go and lose it 3-2, courtesy of a 9th minute stoppage time winner for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. I don't think we'd even get close to leading this game, let alone be 2-0 up, but let's see how we get on. Vamos Almeria. Oh man, Valverde's just, what a save, Maximiano, just too easy there. Just walk straight through, and in the end our lonely goalkeeper bails us out. But right from kickoff, this is going to be oh, he's betting on one side. Oh, what a save, Maximiano, and the block as well. Goodness gracious, brilliant save by Luis Maximiano. Just about got away with that there. And still tied at 0-0. Well, he's in for a very busy afternoon, let's just say that. Modric, Valverde, the Uruguayan. Gets a bit of space, and I'm trying to switch, I should say, with the L1 button and getting nowhere near him. Federico giving a bit of space, and you can't give him space, man. He is, in my opinion, one of the underrated superstars in world football. He's just that good. Real Madrid in front. It was coming. Pressure pays off eventually. To be fair, it was going to happen at some point. And, well, Suarez. Oh, come on. So far, not quite the start we were hoping for with Almeria, but I should say the start we were expecting. But, to be fair... Go on, Melamed. Go on, Nico. Oh, straight at Courtois. Only chance I've had so far today. And Nico Melamed just couldn't beat the Belgian. And Real Madrid all clear. Arribas, ex-Real Madrid man, cleared away. And I don't feel we're going to get another chance there. Good opportunity for the new man in, but just couldn't beat Courtois. And now Vinicius off the bench. Finds Luka Modric. Trent Alexander-Arnold in from Liverpool. That stunned me a little bit as Vinicius looks to turn. Back to Tchouaméni. Valverde's already got one. Shoots, block, gets it back, and then puts it wide. Vinicius on the turn. Oh, what a lovely ball to Joselu. And Vinicius and Modric. Game over. And no such problems for Real Madrid. Unlike in real life. 2-0 up in Andalusia, and this game is done. Yeah, any transfer targets, do let me know in the comment section down below, because we need some reinvestment. We've got some money. but we need to make sure we spend it wisely. This is going to be a heck of a challenge for this year with Almeria. This is not a good team. Centelles to Suarez. And if he keeps running, there we go. Nice ball through that. Maybe a positive to gain right at the end here. Arribas, ex-Real Madrid man, couldn't get away. And that is going to do it. Man, oh man, this is not quite being the start we were hoping for with Almeria. I was thinking, how hard can it be to win with this team? Well, there's a reason why they're winless in real life right now. Vinicius makes it 3. And it's an embarrassing end to the game. 3-0 loss at home as we search for our first points for our new team. Real Madrid might be a team we aspire to compete with one day, but it's pretty obvious on the basis of that game we are a million miles away from the Galacticos right now. As tough of a start as we were expecting in our first 2 games. Goalless, winless, pointless, bottom of the table. And whilst there is just under 20 million to work with before the window slams shut, I need some transfer targets from you guys to give us a chance at possibly getting ourselves out of a hole we've already put ourselves into just 2 games in. Yeah, we wanted a challenge, we've got one. But that'll do it for today's episode and the first one of the La Liga Career Mode, guys. So massive thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. Most love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of La Liga Career Mode, where we'll play Transfer Deadline Day and hopefully get our first points on the board with UD Almeria very soon.